So, KPMG Australia just pulled off something pretty incredible with a special kind of AI. They took one of their most complicated processes and went from a 2-week-long ordeal down to a single day's work. Let's break down exactly how they did it.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Could your team take a full 2 weeks of work and just shrink it into one day? It sounds kind of impossible, right? But that's precisely what KPMG managed to do. To get how, we first have to understand the huge problem they were up against.
All right, so let's start with part 1, the 2-week bottleneck. To really appreciate the solution, you gotta feel the pain of the problem first.
14 days. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 full weeks. That's how long it used to take them to create just one detailed tax advice memo for a client. Now, when you're talking about something high stakes, like a company merger, that kind of delay isn't just an inconvenience, it's a massive strategic disadvantage.
And the reason it took so long? Well, it was an absolute manual slog. You had a whole team of smart advisors who had to dig through mountains of client documents, comb through the entire Australian tax code, and review years and years of internal advice. It was just incredibly labor-intensive.
So, part 2. Enter the AI agent. Instead of trying to make small improvements to that broken process, KPMG brought a brand new player onto the field.
They named it TaxBot. It's an AI agent they built on their own internal platform, and it had one very clear mission: automate all the heavy lifting involved in drafting those super complex tax memos.
So how does it actually work? It's a really powerful but simple 4-step process. First, TaxBot takes in all the client's data. Next, it instantly scans all of KPMG's internal files and Australia's tax laws. Then, and this is wild, it generates a comprehensive 25-page draft memo. But, that last step, that's the most important one.
This whole system is what's called a human-in-the-loop model. The AI does the grunt work, but it never ever gets the final say. A licensed human tax professional always comes in to review, make corrections, and give the final approval before anything goes to a client. The goal here isn't to replace the experts, it's to supercharge them.
So, what was the actual impact of all this? That brings us to part 3, a mind-blowing 95% time savings.
95%. Just let that number sink in. A 95% reduction in the time it takes to deliver the work. What used to be 2 weeks of painful manual effort is now done in about a day. It's just a staggering leap forward.
And I mean, the results speak for themselves. You can see it right here. That huge 14-day manual process got crushed into a single AI-assisted day. This is what it looks like when you apply AI to the right problem.
And, the benefits went way beyond just pure speed. Employee satisfaction shot up because all that tedious work just vanished. Clients, of course, got much faster service. And maybe most importantly, the human experts were freed up to focus on the big picture, on strategic challenges, all while keeping quality and compliance rock solid.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing, but why did it work so well? This wasn't some kind of magic trick. It was really about the perfect match between the tool and the task.
It was kind of a perfect storm, really. The task itself was super repetitive, manual, and incredibly time-consuming. And the data, all of KPMG's internal files and the tax code, was basically a massive, structured library just waiting for an AI to read it. When you match the right task with the right data, this is the kind of incredible result you can unlock. This quote really just nails the whole point. By automating that manual work, KPMG could allocate tax professionals' time to more strategic activities. See, the goal wasn't just about being faster, it was about elevating the kind of work their best people were doing.
So this all leaves us with one final question for you. KPMG found and completely solved their 2-week bottleneck. What's the equivalent in your industry? What's that painful, slow process that everyone hates? And could this kind of approach be the key to unlocking a whole new level of performance for you and your team?